What's up, guys? We're gonna Real Beats, and today we're gonna be talking about something important. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned post on, you should do so because it does have it a lot. So let's hop right into it. So we're gonna be talking about Roman numerals, and then right after we're gonna do a secret cookup. All right. So Roman numerals, right? You probably seen them. These weird symbols all around. So the reason we use them is just to further communicate what type of chord you're supposed to use or want to use, typically, right? So within the scale, and I am assuming that you know what a scale is, within the scale, there's 7 notes to make up that scale, right? And you can see I colored them blue for you. And each of those notes has a certain or a different type of chord assigned to it, usually a major or a minor or diminished, all right? So in order to communicate all of that in one, we use Roman numerals. Okay, so say you want to use the first chord and you want it to be a major. If you want to communicate it's a major, you will use a capital Roman numeral, which is like the 1 or like a capital I, okay? And if you want to communicate a minor, it will be a lowercase. All right, so remember that major means capital letters or uppercase letters. And if you want to do a minor chord, all of those are lowercase letters. Now you have a diminished over here, and usually that is always lowercase. And to tell that it's diminished, you'll see like a little circle next to the letter, the symbol or whatever, right? So remember that degree sign means diminish, lowercase is minor, lowercase is minor, and major is capital letters. All right, so right now I'm just go through how I remember these. So 1 through 7. So 1 is just like one eye, a single eye. 2 is 2 eyes. 3 is 3 eyes. Super easy. Now the ones that get kind of confusing for me is 4 and 6 because they kind of look alike. So how I remember 4 is that it looks like the letter N. That's it. It just looks like the letter N. Now, if you want to go into more detail and try to find a better way, you could just say the letter N has 4 points. If you make an N, right, it has 4 points. So you can kind of remember it that way. 5, I know y'all play GTA 5, so that's easy to remember. 6. Now 6, I just look at the 5 symbol and then I add 1 or an I. So 5 plus 1 equals 6. And then with 7 is 2 I's next to the 5. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. So that's how I remember it. Super easy. That's Roman numerals. I don't think if you make music like this digitally, I don't think you'll really need it, but it's important to at least know it. All right, so now I have a graphic that you could download in the description or in the comment section. And basically you go to view, background, set image. And once you download it, you can just drag it in here. And this is just like something you can use to remind yourself. Now I had like flashcards, but this is way better because it's right in your DAW. You take all this away and it'll be right here, right? And it kind of scales a little bit, right? So just something you can remember if you want to remember it. All right, so that's it. So let's go ahead and get into the cookup. Hopefully this one helped out, and let's just head over there. All right, so now we're going to cook up, and what we're going to be cooking up is a beat for a commercial, or I guess a video game, whichever that they want. All right, so I'm gonna just go through all the steps. I'm gonna go through the sound selection. It's pretty much just like old synths. And I'll click on. Right, and I'm not planning on making like a super long chord progression or anything. We just kind of want to make a jingle. All right, so let's just start with the first one. And you're probably wondering why I have a bunch of these. Is because we want 2 parts. We like a lower part and we want like the upbeat part, right? So with this, we're not going to use any scales. We're just going to use a minor chord. So I don't know, let's just start here. And we could build our minor chord, right? And you should know this if you've been watching my videos. You skip 2 spaces, then skip 3 spaces, and now you have a minor. Let's move up. And we can copy this like this. All right, and this will be like a minor 9. All right, simple as that. So let's keep this going. Well, let's actually double this. And then what we could do is actually just make sure these aren't touching. And then we can go down 2 And this is like trial and error. But usually if you go down 2, it'll sound good. So let's see what this sounds like. All right, now sometimes it doesn't, sound good, but for this, it does. All right. So now we need a melody. So we could just use some tricks. We could take something like this, right? You could do something like this. I'm gonna take this because I kind of like these patterns. I'll pull it up. And then I am in 1/6 grid. And let me see, and I kind of want a little bounce to this. So I'm gonna try to see. I think I'm gonna keep this going. And we could do the same thing here. Well, it's like this. Pull it up, and these are the notes we can use. And I'm gonna put this at the back. I'm gonna kind of use the same and it might sound a little off because I'm in a grid, and you're probably used to like melodies like this, so it's a little off, but let's see if this sounds good. Okay, I like that. So let's move on to the variation part. Now, since this is like a jingle, we don't really have to do much. What we could do, or if you just want to be lazy like me, you could just pull this up an octave, and then let's see. Let's take these, right? And these are just things, I could have took this one. It's whatever, right? It's up to you and your creativity on how you want to do it, right? And then let's pull these down, and let's see. And actually, let's add like something to transition. So we can just take this one, and then maybe take this B. Okay, I'm just making sure that's like on beat. So let's see how this all plays in together. Actually, it's not bad. So I'm gonna keep it. I might tweak it. I don't know, maybe after, but I think so far this is good. So let's go ahead and move on to like our lead or whatever. All right, just to recap, so we have not done anything creative at all. All we did was create a minor ninth, right? If you really don't know how to do it, you can come up here and just slap down a minor ninth if you want to, okay? We copied that, we pulled it down 2, and we just used the notes from within the chords and pulled them up, and they worked. All right, so for our melody, same thing. I'm gonna just use the same notes up here. All right, I'm not gonna try to be creative. I'm gonna just use what I have. So let's see, we probably wanna let's try something like this. And then we want to pull this down. Not really sure where I should put this. Maybe. Okay, works for me. Pull this one up an octave, and we can add like another note. Well, actually, we don't. We can just keep those there, to be honest. Let's pull these down. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, I like that. So I guess we can just go ahead. I'm gonna just go and copy these to the second ones, and then we can go ahead and do the bass. All right, so these are the like low point sounds, and these are probably some of my favorite sounds to date now. And I'll just play them. And I just like the vibe that this one gives off. All right, so let's do the bass and turn that on. Already in here. All right, so with the bass, we don't really have a defined bass line, so you can kind of be free to use whatever notes here. So I'm gonna just kind of go down and see what I like. I kind of like this one, and I'll probably try to end there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is play with the rhythm a bit. And let's pull these up an octave. Pull this one up an octave. That might be too hard. Maybe not. Pull this one down 2 octaves. And let's see. Okay, not bad. I might change it after, but I don't know. I'm gonna just keep it for now. Let's pull it all down. All right, that's pretty good. And I'm just trying to breeze through this bass. And with this, I'm gonna just stretch out some of the parts, like the end. So like the transition into the next one, stretch that one out. Just because we have 2 basses, we don't want it to be the exact same, like, I guess, just the exact same pattern. We want it to be a little different. Come play this. All right, that's the bass. So now let's go ahead and do the drums. All right, so now we got our melodies and everything down. So now we just want to add more to the vibe with the drums. Now, I like to keep them very simple. I don't like to do too much because, you know, somebody's probably going to be talking over, or it's going to be like a jingle. So you don't want the drums to be too crazy. So let's just start with like something like this, and we can come up here and just turn these up. And we can just do a simple rhythm, and I think I'm gonna just loop it like this. Actually, let's go in here and create like a little rhythm to this real quick. Maybe we could do something like this, maybe just something that's different, not so it's not straight, you know, a hi-hat pattern, one hi-hat pattern. Okay, I think that's different enough. It doesn't have to be like a trap beat hi-hat. It could be something simple like this. Now we add our kicks in there. All right, and I think that's pretty good. And if you want to add variation, you can, but we're just trying to make the flat out beat here. Not trying to like structure it. So I'm gonna maybe do something like. All right, and our beat is done, right? And I'll just go around and play each of these. So we'll play this one. Right, you see just how the sound selection makes it sound a little bit more like chill. All right, but that's it. That's the secret Cookup. Again, you can download the Roman numeral like graphic down below if you want it in the background. So I can get to it. All right, and hopefully you enjoyed the Cookup and hopefully you learned something. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.